Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm gonna half give you an overview, half read through the majority of the details within this article. There is a link in the description. It's an interesting topic if you ask me, and if you do appreciate the coverage of this topic, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. It's in regards to this woman here. Her name is Sarah Cruzman, perhaps Sarah Cruzman. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. And she was forced into prostitution at the age of 13. She states that she was actually groomed at the age of 11. And when she entered into prostitution, the article tells us that on her first shift, she was made to have sex with 11 men on her first night, combing the streets of Hollywood and Orange County in California. So I could be misinterpreting things, but I believe that means that when she was 13, on her first night as a prostitute, having been forced into prostitution, she was made to have sex with 11 men. I mean, that is just awful, absolutely sick to force anybody but a child into that situation. She was groomed when she was just 11 years of age, and she was sexually abused before being forced to be a prostitute, and that's by at the hands of the same scumbag. His name is George Gilbert Howard, and subsequently Sarah Cruzan killed George Gilbert Howard when she was 17. We'll have a look through those details in a moment, but she killed him when she was 17, after she had been forced into prostitution at the age of 13, after she was groomed and sexually abused by the same man at the age of 11. She was given a life sentence without parole when she was sentenced in 1994 for killing her pimp, George Gilbert Howard, this scumbag who forced her into prostitution at the age of 13. Sarah Cruzan shot George Gilbert Howard dead at a motel in Riverside, California, at the age of 17. Thankfully, Sarah Cruzan has been pardoned for transforming her life after using the past 9 years to push for human rights of incarcerated women and children. She's been pardoned by Governor Newsom, governor of California. So I think that's great that she's been pardoned. I would not hold this against this woman at all for having murdered this pimp. I mean, murdering someone isn't great, but she was sexually abused by him, and she was forced into prostitution at the age of 13. Forced to sleep with 11 men on her first night. I mean, it's just horrific. She didn't have a life. She was forced to become a prostitute. I mean, that's not a normal situation to be in. I wouldn't blame her one bit for killing the perpetrator of that, the person who was still her pimp. Was he ever going to let her go? No. I mean, even if that was to happen, her life had still been altered beyond recognition. I wouldn't hold it against her one iota for having murdered this scumbag. And I'm very grateful, I guess that's the right term, I'm very grateful, I'm very glad to hear that she has been pardoned by the governor of California, Governor Newsom. But I'm going to make one comment which maybe you disagree with. I don't really like the reasoning as to why she's been pardoned. She's been pardoned for transforming her life after using the past 9 years to push for the human rights of incarcerated women and children. I don't think that ought to be a requirement. Okay, she's transformed her life. Okay, she's been active and supported women and children. Okay, that's great. It's great. Good for her. But I don't think that ought to be a requirement. I mean, if she had not done any of those things, she would still deserve a pardon in my mind. She ought not have been jailed in my mind. Certainly not for that length of time. So apparently the pardon said, there's a statement that goes along with the pardon. It says, Ms. Cruzen committed a crime that took the life of the victim. Since then, Ms. Cruzen has transformed her life and dedicated herself to community service. This act of clemency does not minimize or forgive her conduct or the harm it caused. I've got to object. Like, what was wrong with her killing that fucking scumbag? There was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to forgive. There's nothing wrong with her conduct. I mean, that was self-defense, surely. Come on. And here are some of the details of the suffering that she faced. She said that the scumbag pimp groomed her when she was 11 years of age and sexually abused her. She was made to have sex with 11 men on her first night. I believe she was 13 years of age. She started dating a man in San Diego when she was 16, and his uncle is said to have ordered her to kill the pimp, or this other guy would kill Sarah's mother. She was forced to kill the guy. I can't understand why she was ever imprisoned. Cruzen is then believed to have organized a date with her former pimp and spent a night with him at a motel, but she shot him in the neck from point blank range when he whipped out a sex toy before taking $1,500 from his wallet. I just don't care. Like, the scumbag is a sex abuser, a child sex abuser who forced this woman, presumably others, into prostitution for years on end. Fuck this guy. I don't think she did anything wrong at all. And that's that. That's the full article, pretty much. I've told you my opinion. I think it's great that she's been given a pardon. I'm disgusted that she was ever jailed. Certainly for a lengthy period of time. If you have to put her behind bars for a short amount of time, you know, just for political reasons, I'd understand that. But she had every right to kill this man, and she was being forced to kill this man. If she hadn't have killed this man, perhaps her own mother would have been killed. So this woman absolutely deserves all forgiveness. Honestly, I don't think she's got anything to be forgiven for. She's the victim. The pimp is not a victim. The pimp got what he deserved. Wish it had happened sooner to him. I'm going to wrap things up here at this point, guys. If I've done a half decent job, which I think I have, I think I've done a half decent job. And if this has been an interesting topic to have covered, and I think that is for sure, then please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. This will be my last video for this evening, but I already have a few more for tomorrow. So take care. Thanks.